Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, my name is Melanie. Thank you so much for clicking on the video and watching today. Today we are going ahead and continuing a little series that I've been doing. It has been all about the I Heart Revolution chocolate vault and all the palettes that are inside of it. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is I am just going to pick an eyeshadow palette out of the ones I have remaining, and here we go. So I have 3 palettes remaining, and if you want to see a video on all the other ones, I already have those posted and everything. So today, and I wore this scarf just because I was going to do this palette, we're going to go ahead and do the Macaroon palette. This is the one wasn't my favorite. Oh my goodness, it's stuck. Okay, I finally got it out. That was tough. Alrighty, so I got it out there. Alrighty, so this was the one that I was like the most like, you know, okay. But I like a lot of matte shades. I like to do crazy things with my crease, and like that's where I add in the color and stuff. So with this palette, which here it is, this is upside down, by the way, just so you don't see the mirror there. You'll notice that it's mostly shimmers, which I don't really have a problem with shimmers. It's just that I like a lot of crease colors, and in this palette I have a lot of neutral crease colors. Looking at it, I have 1, 2 warm crease, like matte shades. When I say crease, I mean like matte shades. I have 2 matte warm tones, and then I have 2 like cooler tones. So we have here and here are the warm tones. This one and this one are the cool tones, and those are the only mattes I believe that are in here. I put down below how many mattes, shimmers, and stuff like that there are for each palette as well, because that's a big deal for me. And so it's in the description box below. But let's go ahead and get started with this look today. I'm gonna go ahead and do one eye off camera just to save us a little bit of time, and then I'll be back so I can show you how I got the look on the other eye. Okay, so here is the first eye. I don't have my lashes on or liner or anything. I just wanted to show it to you, and so we can do the second eye. Now, disclaimer, I was right to to have the feelings towards this palette at the beginning. So my first initial feelings for it were true. It was really hard to create this look, and I don't even really like it that much. I do think some of the shimmers are really pretty. So this palette by itself is, I wouldn't use it by itself again. In conjunction with another palette, definitely. Or at least try to use the colors like the blue and stuff like that. I wouldn't try to do that again. If I was going for a more subdued look where I'm just using the browns and the like coppery shades, definitely for that. But like I try to use this shade right here because it matched my scarf really well. And the matte shades in here aren't dark enough to be able to use that, and you get the look that you're wanting. Now, with that being said, I did have to use a satin, this satin right here, Divine, to help darken it up. So I'm gonna do this eye look in a really weird order because I really like to, if I do it to this side, I want to do it to this side to make it look the exact same. So the order I'm going to go through is a lot of back and forth for a few different colors. So I just want to put that out there. Maybe not follow this exact order. Just look at the actual shades I use and how I use them. But you don't have to go the whole back and forth like I'm going to do. Okay, so got that out of the way really quick because, like I said, this was not my favorite. So for the palette, the very first shade we are working with is again, this is upside down. So the very top shade is called Almonds. So we have all, I'm going to be using Almonds, which is right here, which again is just a matte shade that matches my skin tone basically. So nothing, you know, special or anything about it. That's it. That's all I did with that one. Really nice and easy. And okay, so the second shade we're gonna go into is Chocolate. Oh, which is down here, sorry. Chocolate, which is right here. It's the Cool Tone Matte Brown. Okay, there we go. You don't see a big difference, but I promise it's there. Okay, so now the next one we're going to go into is Baked with Love. It's the it's one of the warm tone browns. Okay, so now that I got that looking good, I'm going to start working on the inner corner, because if you notice I have darkness over here as well, the lightness is only right there. So it's basically a halo eye. I'm going into Chocolate and putting that on that inner corner. Well, not like right here, just like on the inner lid space. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Baked with Love. Okay, so now we got that halo shape going on now. So now, this is where the back and forth is going to start happening, because I knew I wanted to use Sweet Treats to match my pretty scarf I have here. Here's a little, that's what Sweet Treats look like. See, look how pretty. So I knew I wanted to use this one. And again, a Sweet Treats is right here. So I'm taking a flat shader brush. Okay, so I mean, this shade is very, very pretty even without the brush being wet and everything, so I do really like it. But you notice they look very different right now. And so now what I did on this eye, again, trying to do everything so it's the same. I took a small, this is a brow brush, but I used it, and I went into Divine, which Divine is this shade right here. It's like this really dark green, but it's a satin, so it's not a matte. So I'm gonna put this all along the lower lash line. It ends up not looking good right away, so bear with me. Like I said, I wanted to show you my struggles, so that's what I'm trying to do.
So, I went ahead and laid it all like that, and then I'm taking the smaller pencil brush, well, the smaller one anyway, because it's all the brushes I'm using are from the Airways Studio, the Pop Up collection, the airbrush. I figured that if I try to use the same collection, it allows y'all to see that you can get some of the same looks with these brushes, especially because this brush set is only $2 from Big Essence. And I really enjoy this brush set a lot. I've washed these multiple times, and I've not had even one issue with them. Sorry. Little spill there for you to, mix some stuff up. Alright, so I'm taking this brush and I'm just smudging out everything I did under my, I'm lower lash line.
So now I thought that was too harsh of a difference with that green like that. So I'm going into Chocolate, and I'm using the same brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lay that all along there to kind of blend those two together. And yes, that thing I just did where I took the brush and I went all along here, that's exactly what I did over here. That's how I got it to be way out here. So that's how that happened. Alrighty, so let's go back to the lid. And again, I'm taking the exact same brush, not switching brushes right now. And I'm going to go back into it Divine. Now I'm just going to lightly tap it on the outer corner. And then I'm going to try. And then I'm going to go into the inner corner. And this eye is actually getting done a little easier than the other eye because I know what I'm doing now. So now that I've done that, I'm going to take this brush that I used with chocolate to begin with, and I'm going to blend it out. Alright, so now I'm going to take the same brush that I just used, and I'm going to go into Bake with Love, just 2 little taps there. And I'm going to start on the outer corner here. And blow that out a little bit more. So this eye is actually looking a lot better than this eye. I just had so many trials with this one. I tried so hard to get it to look good, but this eye has actually turned out a lot better. So that's good. Now I'm taking just a clean brush. It's like straight with a weird edge. I'm just taking that and smoking it out some more. I'm going to go ahead and just do the same thing right here. There we go. Not much of anything there. So now I'm going to go back into the shader brush and back into Sweet Treats. And there we go. I think I do need a little bit more work on this side. I'll do that off camera though, because this is I like this one a lot better. So now that we got that looking good, if you notice over here, I have this in the inner corner. I just took a little bitty brush and I'm going into Coconut. There are 2 kind of white shades. Coconut has a blue shift and this one is just white. So I went into Coconut down here. It's like a shimmer top coat. I'm going to use the other shade, which is called Sugar Coated, as a highlight for the day. There we go. See, this eye just looks so much better than this one. Whew, looks a lot better. Maybe I'm just only good with like this eye. I know that's not true, but alrighty, so now I'm gonna go ahead and use Sugar Coated as my highlight. I have the last clean brush I have is the one that's shaped like this from that same collection. So I'm going to go into Sugar Coated. That's not as shimmery as I would want it. Let me try to use a wet brush and try this again, because I like my highlight popping. That's better. Okay. That's not bad. There we go. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go ahead and touch up this eye a little bit more so it looks a little bit more like this one, which does look a lot better. And finish my eyes with mascara, lashes, things like that. And also put on a lip, and I'll be back. Here is the finished product. It actually looks a lot prettier now that I have my lashes on and everything. Still not happy with the actual palette though. I don't like that the darkest shade in here is Divine. Dazzling is pretty dark. Well, it looks dark in the pan, but when you swatch it, it's super, super metallic, so you can never... And this is Finishing Touch. They're very, very dark in the pans. So this Dazzling, Finishing Touch, they're very dark in the pans, but they're very, very shimmery, so you can't use them like I did Divine today. So really, this palette is just so, so limited, and that's what I don't like about it. But if you like blue and green shades, if you specifically like a look like I'm wearing today, and this is the kind of look that you want, you know, a lot, this palette can definitely do it for you. Out of the palettes, this one is just the most disappointing to me so far. It needs more dark mattes to make it complete. It is pretty. I like the packaging, like all of these palettes. The colors are very pretty. The shimmers are gorgeous. So I will be reaching for these shimmers some more because I do like this look, especially because it matches, you know, it matches the tips of my hair, and it does match my pretty little scarf I have here. So I do like that about it. I can make a pretty look with it. It's just a lot of work. And I prefer an effortless palette. So far out of the Chocolate Vault series, this is the one that I would say no-go for me. If it was on its, like, by itself, $15, no. Absolutely not. So that really wraps up today's video. Really, I guess is it lackluster, just let down? Is it really let down for me? I was really looking forward to making another beautiful look. I think I did make a beautiful look. It's just that it just makes me sad that I had to work so hard for it. Alrighty, well then that's it. If y'all like the video, if you like me, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below. Subscribe. And I'm going to say this again. If you have anything particular from the I Heart Revolution or just the Revolution Beauty website that you want me to look into for you, you want some more details on, definitely let me know below. I'm really intrigued by their products after using the Chocolate Heart and now the Chocolate Vault. I'm really looking into more of their products, especially for the prices. So yeah, if you want to see any, let me know below. Alrighty, well thank you so much. Bye y'all.